Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here, honey. Listen, I gotta get into this finale of Love Island. Okay, child was finna say Love is Blind, honey. Okay, and we know y'all don't watch that over here on this channel. Okay, but Love Island Beyond the Villa. Okay, so we gotta get into this finale, and I'm finna hop right into it. Y'all know I am reviewing this and watching it as I go. So I want to go ahead. I'm gonna play the first few seconds because I want us to get into this sit down that the girls are having. So y'all know that you have Iris and Hannah on the couch because they came down to see what was going on with Grayson, as Grayson decided to pull Bella and she also pulled Coco downstairs to have a chat. So of course Hannah and Iris walked in on them, right? And what is so hilarious about this is how the guys migrated their way down and eavesdropped trying to see what was going on, crawling all on the ground. Hilarious. I'm gonna give y'all that. Y'all was hilarious. But Jeremiah, oh, you just oh boy, I'll take a golf ball for real. Like, listen, you get on my nerves. Do you hear me? And I don't know if that's really how Jeremiah is or if Jeremiah is pandering to the cameras. Okay, making it appear as though he really got these girls back like that. He just give fake. But we're gonna get into it. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it.
For a flight in like an hour.
Where's he going?
We staying out the way. We having a peaceful time. This is my first trip. I'm missing school for this, all right? I'm not finna be caught up in no drama.
What's going on downstairs?
Grayson felt upset that they were like left out or something.
Yeah, that's some girl stuff. Cause imagine me like telling the Chris like, bro, why don't you hit me up to go work out? I want to see you more.
Well, there's definitely a divide.
Look at this, Jeremiah. Yeah, that's some girl stuff. Cause imagine me telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Chris, I really want to hang out with you. I want to link up with you more. Like, let's go. Da, 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 da. Like, what's wrong with it being girl stuff? Like, I don't know. I feel like you kind of downplaying it already. I feel away. But shout out to Charlie, because Charlie finna hit you with something.
Like, it's evident that Iris and Hannah don't want to obviously be friends with any of the other girls.
Speaking of them not...
Be clear. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. Thank you for your services. It's very clear that Hannah and Iris does not want to be friends with the other girls, okay? While you, Jeremiah, are sitting over there trying to downplay it a bit. Yeah, that's some girl stuff. Because imagine, like, men feel left out too, bruh. Men feel left out too. Okay, y'all be feeling like y'all too tough to show it. Okay, but if your homeboy keep linking up with other folks and then hit you up, you're gonna feel a way about it. You're human. That's some girl stuff. Oh, okay.
Want to be friends, like even what Hannah said about me and Brian, be friends with Chris and Brian. Why would I want to do that? We had no clue she felt that way.
I'm like, damn, like...
That was a little aggressive.
I'm like, what did we do?
You don't have to be friends, but then I think there's an energy that's rude in it as well.
Yeah, Hannah's just kind of like a
Shout out to you, Charlie. Okay, you don't have to be friends, but I believe that there is an energy there that is rude as well, and he ain't lying. He not lying. Okay, I don't even want to hear what you got to say, Jeremiah. So let's just fast forward you, baby. Okay, I want to get back to where the girls is at. Okay.
Fucking
Like, we not over here talking shit on him or like don't want to be around him. Like,
I definitely don't see it from y'all side because I'm cool with him.
Yeah, you don't see it from their side because you quote unquote cool with them, but you also don't see it from their side because you think the audience was gonna be on their side. Be clear.
This entire process and this experience, I think like one of the things I was hoping to get out of it was closer friendships. It sounds really corny, but like I wanted us all to like grow closer. There's always been like this underlying like, I think, hurt.
Kind of like a feeling of like you don't care.
I take accountability in the fact that maybe I haven't been close to all of you guys, and it's not out of ill intention or I hate any of you. I don't hate any of you. I think you all are great people, but I have my own things to deal with. I have my friends before all of this shit that like don't hear from me sometimes.
Okay, boom. So y'all hear her talking this bullshit. First of all, Grayson, I hate that you even sat up in their face and let them see you cry. Okay. And also, Grayson, you give to me that you're being re-triggered, that they are not trying to be as close with you because it's taking you back to a place that you may have felt in high school or maybe even in college a little piece where you wanted to be a part of the in crowd, but you weren't cool enough to be a part of the in crowd. And yeah, you internalized that, held on to that, and it's becoming familiar all over again when I don't know, I feel like you need to realize that you are the in crowd. Like you don't need them other folks. Whatever you think you seeing in them, you need to see that in your damn self. And it's really irking me. But it's so funny that Hannah sits her ass up here. She talks about how she has her own things going on, and I have this and that going on. And it's not that I don't like you guys or don't want to get to know you guys, but I got my own stuff going on. And it's like, girl, shut the hell up, because you had your own SHI going on, but it never stopped you from going over there confronting Pepe and saying the fuck shit that you did say. Hello? It never stopped you from getting all up into everybody else's business, though. Be very clear about that. Okay, but now you got your own stuff going on. Oh, okay. And then earlier on, when she sat up there and said, I wasn't talking about y'all. I was talking about Chris. I was talking about Brian. I don't want to be friends with them. Why you sitting up there lying? Because now this is where you're gaslighting the young ladies as if they weren't sitting there, literally listening to you and Iris have the damn conversation. Y'all wasn't talking about no damn guys. Y'all was talking about these damn girls. Okay, be very clear about that. Y'all, why Amaya got her... Y'all, why Amaya got herself up here? Because I was really finna say something about you, girl. And said that she don't really see where none of the girls are coming from because Iris and Hannah doesn't have a mean bone in their body. They don't have a mean bone in their body until they display that shit upon you. Be very clear about that. I don't know how you have sat up here and observed Hannah's actions and then gonna say that she don't have a mean bone in her body. See, now it just confirms that you just be saying shit. You just be saying shit. Just be saying stuff. I'm so glad that people getting up off your ass, girl. You know, we was on you when you was in the villa. You know, meaning that we kind of liked you at some point, but the people coming up off your ass, ma'am. It's very funny because Amaya sits up here. She's like, where did this disconnect or this isolation or whatever you guys are talking about even came from? And Coco like, well, girl, it ain't you, because you do a good job. You know what I'm saying? With managing and being friendly with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't do a good job with that. Now, what Hannah say, because she in her feelings now. Now it's giving, oh, well, that's really not fair because that is your way of singling me out when you say such and such and such. Okay. And of course, Coco is like, girl, at the end of the day, that's not what I was saying. But what I am saying is that we could all have conversations with each other, chat, actually develop some type of friendships here at the end of the day. But my thing is this, though, with you, Hannah. I find it so funny that you did not want to be singled out by Coco, but you were okay with singling out Grayson. I find that to be very hilarious. But okay, girl. Grayson talks about how she felt like she wasn't being heard at the Christmas party or whatever. She felt like Hannah heard her, but more so Iris was dismissive. Iris says that, well, you know, it wasn't that I was dismissive. I had a lot going on. So then she deflects and brings up Bella and talks about her main issue with Bella. And some part of me is like, can you round up your issue with Grayson first before you move on to Bella? Let's not dismiss Grayson yet again with what she's telling you. Okay, so that you could get over here and talk about Bella because you feel like you got a dog in the fight with Bella. You feel like you in the right when it comes to Bel Dasha, but you're not. In my personal, wrap up what you got going on over here with Grayson and say, I'm sorry, you know, and don't say you had a lot going on because high key you really didn't. Because when a girl was having a conversation with you, you was all up in TJ face. So, okay, but I guess you would have knew that had you let her finish out what she was saying instead of moving the meter to focus on Bel Dasha. So now the conversation is on Bel Dasha, right? And they want to talk about how Bel Dasha has shown up. Even TJ was like, I don't want to say nothing bad about her, but she does want everybody to be cool or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's just not how life works. But can you blame the damn girl for trying, okay? Outside of that, or in addition to that, you have Amaya, who's also chiming in, backing up Iris and pretty much telling Bel Dasha, you cool with our exes, and we don't think that we want to be cool with somebody that's cool with our exes. Then stop being cool with some of the guys that you got around, okay? Stop being cool with every damn body, if that is indeed the case, okay? Bel Dasha is just like, listen, I don't feel like this shit is fair, okay? Because y'all know I'm cool with everybody. I've never had a dog in the fight. Just because I'm over here wanting to hear everybody's side of the story don't mean that I'm more on one side than I am on the other. I'm team, y'all need to have a conversation. And everybody needs to be damn heard. So I really feel like how y'all operating is really unfair. In my personal, yeah. Then Bel Dasha goes on to say, you know, I ain't really got no beef with nobody. So I don't understand why I gotta adopt your beef because that's your beef. And I'm with Bel Dasha all day. You know, people like to say a friend of multiple friends or whatever, is not a friend of mine. However y'all finna feel. I just feel like when you grow up and you're becoming a fucking adult, depending on the circumstances, I just don't think that I should adopt issues with other people because you have an issue with those people. I don't give a fuck what y'all had going on. Okay. High key, meaning that's your ex friend, your ex man, whatever. If they haven't really done anything to me and nothing so detrimental to you, why the fuck should I have to like, no? Because why would I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Now I'm not gonna talk about you to that person. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's a certain way I would conduct myself. But I ain't gotta stop being friends with somebody because of you. It's giving really grow up in my personal. So then Bel Dasha at the end of the day is saying, listen, I ain't got no beef with nobody. I'm not understanding why I gotta have beef with them because we all women. Like, what the fuck? So Amaya is saying, well, I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I don't respect it. I really wanted Bel Dasha to respond and say, and I don't respect you. Okay? You ain't gotta respect it, but I don't respect you. And it's really just that simple for me, honey. Then you mad at, here's my thing too with Amaya. Like, you don't want her to be friends with Brian because Brian sat up there and had sex with you, then broke up with you shortly after. Okay, yeah, pow pow, bad guy, poor guy. Okay, you shouldn't have did no shit like that, right? But you also was up here lying to the people, making it seem like he ate that kitty up in the hideaway, like y'all really got into some things, knowing that y'all didn't. Okay, but in addition to that, that man has not been out here putting salt on your name. That man ain't been out here disrespecting you. That man ain't been doing shit. None of that stuff that Iris was claiming that Pepe ass was doing to her. But it's a problem for Bel Dasha to be cool with Brian, but it's okay for you to hug and be kissed by Brian the previous week. But now all of a sudden, it's no, I have boundaries. Now your man probably got on your ass potentially, okay? Possibly. I don't know. Or you just wanted to be dramatic because, again, like I said before, it's given unhinged, it's given unstable. Just a little piece. But you're not making no sense. And the way that I want to talk to none of these girls when this is over, like, it ain't nothing you bitches could do for me. Okay, I don't care nothing about the following you think you got, nothing about the fame that you thought you achieved off this show. I won't give a fuck about none of that stuff. Like, okay, we good. Because knowing who you are to the core, high key, you ain't talking about shit. So yeah, no. I don't know if y'all heard that. I don't know if y'all heard that when y'all watched that. This is why, for me, some people may feel like, well, where's your morals? Where's your morals? Bitch, I'm finna get paid first. I'm not finna sit up here and miss out on no deals for a bitch that's being halfway a friend to me. Be very clear about that. Bel Dasha said that she had a $20,000 brand deal on the table with Brian, but out of loyalty for Amaya, she turned it down. A man that has not disrespected or trashed Amaya's name. All he did was maybe what a lot of men do. I hate to say it, not making an excuse for him, but okay, slept with her, knowing he shouldn't have because he wasn't completely all in. All right. And then broke up with her a few days later. Okay. You should have broke up with her a long time ago, right? After y'all won, go ahead and wrap it up, right? But again, he did not go out there putting salt on her name or doing anything else disrespectful to this woman. It just didn't work out. Plenty of people hunch each other, whatever the case is, realize the sex ain't that good, realize that you really not all that. I'm finna move on. Women have done it. Men have done it. Bitch, it happens, okay? But to think that I'm finna miss out on 20 racks for a friendship that could potentially, number one, it's not even stable right now. Be clear. And number two, may not even be around in the next 2 years. If you don't get the fuck out my face, I don't care what nobody is talking about. And if you want to say or think that I don't have morals, I don't stand on shit or anything, I'm going to stand behind me all day. And that's all that matters for me and my fucking coin. Like, I don't give a damn about none of that y'all talking. Loyalty for what? To who? Not the same women that said you wasn't even on the show with these men, okay? For you to be showing so much loyalty to them, let them tell it. But you also wasn't on the show with their ass for them to want you to show so much loyalty to them. So how about I show loyalty to myself and I'm not going to pick a side, but I'm going to pick this $20,000 up. Hello? Everybody in the room okay? Good. Hannah she is extremely whack While Grayson is expressing to her that it makes her feel like a schoolgirl type of environment or whatever, Hannah says, that's going to push a narrative that I don't fuck with. So she begins to get up and dismiss herself. And as you should be, go ahead and be dismissed because you just sat up here and said this girl telling you about schoolgirl, mean girl activity. You over here focused on the narrative that is going to put out in front of the people. And instead of you making sure that is displayed, that is not the narrative, you continue to feed into the narrative by dismissing her yet again and taking your bitch ass upstairs because you got a flight to catch. Okay, girl, go on upstairs, love. Go on upstairs. But I need you to understand this, Hannah. Whatever we think about you based on that narrative is because of your own actions. It ain't got shit to do with nobody else, baby. Shout out to Andreena, who's deciding to pretty much stick up for the girls on the couch. Okay, that's Coco, that's Bel Dasha, and that's also Grayson. So shout out for her for sticking up for BCG. Um, Iris speaking up on behalf of Hannah. She did that when Hannah was sitting there, and now that Hannah has dismissed herself, she's doing it again. It's kind of irritating me. And I feel like she should have followed the lead a little bit of Andreena when she said, I don't want to get into it too much because she's not here. I think Iris should have said, well, I won't defend her too much because she's not here. I feel like, she had the opportunity to speak up. So when you guys have another conversation, I'll let her do that. I don't want to be a mouthpiece for her. I am only here to defend my actions and how I may have made you all feel. It's really that simple, bitch. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and pretty much get into the rest of this damn review that I got because I stopped watching at some point. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Either way, Taylor and Clarke. Clarke says that she planning on staying at home, doing some work or whatever, maybe going to school, whatever it was that she was talking about. She's gonna pursue whatever goals she had before Love Island. Now, personally, I do think that she's doing this because of Taylor. Honestly and truly, that's what I think. But if she's doing it for herself, it may not be a bad idea, especially if she can fly out and make these auditions in a timely fashion. I personally think, Clarke, while you being over there in North Carolina, maybe if you're not afraid of heights, you should go ahead and apply to be a flight attendant. So that way, at least your flights and stuff are covered as you travel to New York, as you travel to LA, as you travel to Canada if need be. Okay. Those are my thoughts on that. But good luck to her. Iris talks with TJ about the girls chatting. And how what's her name? Grayson tried to say that she didn't show up for her or something like that. And she's like, I actually did reach out to her the next day to see how she was doing. I did check in with her. So that kind of like defeats the purpose or whatever the case was. And I don't know if she saw it or she didn't see it. Maybe she blocked your ass because she felt so dismissed by you the night before. All right. She does tell TJ she loves him. He says he back. They running through the house. I love this person, whatever. It's crazy because I wanted to really like these two because I do think that they make a much better match together than she did with Pepe. But the way y'all carried on this season, I really don't give a damn. And good luck, okay? What else we got going on? BCG is what I'm calling, or BGC, whichever one. Right. So they're over there talking about last night, and I didn't really capture a whole lot about them chit chatting, but they just was sitting over there talking. Jeremiah and Andreena, of course, they go, what is it, snowmobiling or whatever they do out in the snow. Jeremiah and Andreena have a conversation because she's like, listen, you giving me mixed signals. All this flirting that we be doing, it's gonna have to stop. We both be flirting, but you really be the one that be initiating it, high key. And so he just got real dismissive. He wanted to shake her hand and then move on. Now, at a later time, they do talk, and he gonna try and tell her like, "Oh, well, I just feel like when you say certain things, it makes it seem like it's one sided, like it's all me, all up on you. I'm on your body." And she's like, "No, it is mutual, but I'm also telling you that you are the one that initiates it the most. For you to initiate anything with me." Flirtiness or any of that, it's not cool, especially when you sit up here telling me that we're friends. Like, it is giving mixed signals. I don't know what else you want me to damn tell you, okay? It's very, very weird. I do not know what's holding Jeremiah back from wanting to be with Andreena, but Andreena, maybe this is a good thing for you to not end up with Jeremiah. All right. You could clearly tell that he don't know how to take rejection, that he ready to be dismissive, cut you off, shake your hand, and send you on your way. And she like, damn, like, if you my friend, like, why would you even want to hurt me like that? It's like, girl, Jeremiah, stop wasting my time. Okay. Move on. Amaya and Brian talk. Amaya pissed me off with this whole conversation. He says that he would never do anything to disrespect her relationship, you know, but when she switched up on him, he was a bit shocked, especially when she added she don't fuck with him at the table, because he was confused. I ain't even doing that to you. I just did the normal approach that we do in our culture, which is hug, give a kiss on the cheek. It's really nice, kind-hearted. It ain't nothing like that, and you just like blew it out of proportion. She started getting an attitude with this man talking about, so if you cool with your girl kissing somebody on the cheek and this, that, and the other, then, you know, that's on you. That's just not something that I'm not cool with, nor is my man. Your man's not cool with it. And you so afraid of being lonely again that you're going to do whatever it is that he tells you to do. Okay. And I'm not saying you should not respect your relationship. However, something as simple as that makes me think that your man has a strong issue with being insecure. And also with that, with you being the successful person that you are, it makes me question how the hell he gonna humble the fuck out you throughout that relationship, okay? And you're gonna be dumb enough to go down that road because you just wanna have a man so bad by any means that you'll let go of yourself. But best of luck to you, right? Brian said, listen, your man not being into that, you know, not wanting me to hug you, give you a kiss on the cheek, which is something that we do culturally. He said, that's fine. I'm not negating that at all. I'm just letting you know that it just kind of surprised me when you know that that is something that, you know, that's a heritage thing. That's something that we do. You know, I didn't mean it to be malicious or anything. And she's like, well, I wasn't saying that you was being malicious. Well, bitch, you act like it. If you sit up here talking about something, if I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. Why? When we was just fucking with each other not too long ago. After we had our conversation, we was all good in the hood. Now you hit me with this switch up and I'm just confused because now I'm thinking you got some mental stuff going on with your ass, okay? Okay, now, that's pretty much what the hell going on, okay? She talks about, yeah, you know, now that things are progressing in my relationship, like I really don't ever want to speak to you again. Like, okay, like you ain't gotta be so nasty. Like, okay. And I hate that he even pulled her to the side to have a conversation. Cause once she drew back from you and showed how she was, I would have told production, I'm not sitting with her. I would have drew the line. I'm not talking to her. It's not going down. She just told me at a table she don't fuck with me. And she just pulled back or whatever the extra she did when it wasn't even warranted. You ain't got to worry about me having no conversation with her at all. The good thing, I guess, for him to have the conversation is so that more people can see Amaya for who the hell she really is. So a lot of people not fucking with that. And I'm sure that following count is dropping just a little bit more. Okay. But that's that. I feel like Amaya was acting like Brian really was still wanting her in that way. Girl, go have a seat. Okay, being extra and shit. She just got on my nerves. Chris and Coco, short answer, they not together no more as we expected. Never really saw that being the thing. Coco had a real big issue with him being attentive to her, and rightfully so. If she needed some help with some stuff, you looking back like looking at her like you got it, you good, but not offering like, let me get this up off your hands. Like, Chris, you need to be single all 2026 and 2027. Talking about he think he need to date older women. Older women not gonna go for that shit either. Get it together, okay? Nick shows up. Nick, baby, we did not need you to come here and be a part of this circus. You do not need to mingle with the clowns. Please leave them where they are at. Okay, I didn't know Nick was DJing. Nick out here DJing. His schedule with Olandra is a bit, difficult because my girl has been booked and busy. Okay, so sometimes it can be difficult to align their schedules together, but it is what it is. All right. Austin ended up being in a damn relationship with the very girl he told Grayson he was not dealing with or whatever it was. Okay, not on that type of level to be serious. Well, now he is serious with her, but Grayson said, listen, I ain't got no issue. If that's what he want to do what you want to do, because that's just how you is. You're going to do that anyway. All right. I just wish you the best while you doing it. Honestly, the fact that you was over there two-timing her while you was two-timing me, I really don't think that she's getting no better person than what I had. So, good. Yeah, she may get a title. She may get the exclusivity. Oh, we in a relationship, but it still don't mean that she gonna get a better person than I had. But either way, good luck. I ain't got no issue with Miss Ma'am. I ain't got no issue with you. I could care less. And we're gonna move forward. That's all I got. I don't care about nothing else that really happened in the show. I'm glad that it is a wrap. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Be sure to like up this video, hype up this video, subscribe to the channel because Love Island is around the corner. All right. I'm Jamie. That's me. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.